$400 million. That is how much cash the Sinaloa Cartel laundered through the most glamorous nightclubs on Miami Beach over 6 years. It moved through VIP tables and bottle service receipts. It moved through concert ticket sales and private event deposits. It moved through the hands of promoters, DJs, and celebrities who had no idea what they were standing inside. And on the morning of March 6, 2026, the DEA and FBI shut the music down for good. Federal investigators are calling it one of the largest entertainment industry takedowns in American history. A cartel did not just push drugs through Miami's nightlife scene, it owned the buildings, it owned the promoters, it owned the men at the door, and it owned the walk-in cooler hidden beneath the stage where international DJs performed every Saturday night. At 4 a.m. on March 6, 2026, 350 federal agents from the DEA, FBI, and Homeland Security Investigations fanned out across Miami-Dade County. Their targets: 7 nightclubs, 2 luxury hotel rooftop bars, a concert promotion company, and 3 shell corporations registered in Delaware. All of them owned directly or through layers of laundering by one man, a man the Sinaloa Cartel called El Maestro, the Master. Before we reveal how the DEA dismantled a $400 million cartel entertainment empire hiding in plain sight on Miami Beach, subscribe right now. Because what federal agents found inside those nightclubs will change the way you look at the American entertainment industry forever. At 4:03 a.m., the first tactical team breached the ground floor of Ether, a 40,000-square-foot superclub on Collins Avenue that had hosted Grammy-winning performers, international DJs, and celebrity events for the last 4 years. The velvet ropes were gone, the bouncers had been replaced by federal agents in tactical gear. And inside, behind a wall panel concealed beneath acoustic foam near the subwoofer rack behind the DJ booth, agents found a modified commercial walk-in cooler running on a separate electrical circuit. Inside that cooler, 300 kilograms of pharmaceutical-grade fentanyl, pressed into counterfeit pills, color-coded by dosage, packaged with the precision of a licensed pharmaceutical warehouse, each bottle labeled with fake branding, each batch numbered like a product line, 300 kilograms of fentanyl. The DEA estimates that 1 kilogram of fentanyl contains approximately 500,000 potentially lethal doses. Multiply that. The pills hidden beneath the stage of Ether nightclub on Collins Avenue represented enough fentanyl to kill 150 million people. This was not a dealer stashing bags in a bathroom stall. This was an industrial distribution hub disguised as the hottest venue in Miami. Welcome back. What you are witnessing is the dismantling of Apex Entertainment Group. On paper, Apex was one of the most successful nightlife companies in the United States. It operated 7 venues across Miami Beach and downtown Miami, generated $85 million in annual revenue, and won 2 consecutive Florida Small Business Excellence Awards. Its founder and CEO, Marco Esteban Villarreal, known inside the Sinaloa network as El Maestro, appeared on the cover of a Florida business magazine in 2024 under the headline, "The Man Who Built Miami's Night." He had not built Miami's night. He had built a cartel money laundering engine inside Miami's night. DEA intelligence, led by Special Agent Diana Reyes of the Miami Field Division, spent 22 months dismantling the illusion. What she found was a system of terrifying sophistication. Apex Entertainment was not infiltrated by the Sinaloa Cartel, it was founded by them. The seed capital for the first Apex venue, a club called Vertex, that opened in 2019, traced directly to a shell corporation linked to a known Sinaloa financial coordinator operating out of Guadalajara. The money laundering model was elegant and nearly invisible. Nightclubs are cash businesses. On a busy Saturday night, a major Miami venue can process $500,000 in legitimate drink sales alone. Apex used that reality as camouflage. The cartel funneled drug proceeds through Apex accounts as inflated bottle service charges, phantom ticket revenues for private events that never occurred, and VIP membership fees billed to shell company credit cards that existed only to move dirty money into clean accounts. Every dollar was laundered before it left the building. But here is what made Apex different from every cartel front the DEA had encountered before. The clubs were real. The music was real. The celebrities were real. A-list performers sold out events at Ether and Vertex without any knowledge that the man writing their performance checks was laundering $400 million in cartel fentanyl profits behind the same stage they stood on. The DEA could not just follow the money, they had to get inside. An undercover agent applied for a position as night operations manager at Vertex in January 2025. He was hired within a week. Over 3 months, he documented a pattern that no financial audit would have caught. On the first Saturday of every month, a refrigerated delivery truck registered to a food and beverage distributor called Gulf Coast Premium arrived at Apex's service entrance between 3 a.m. and 4:30 a.m. The cargo manifest listed bar restocking supplies, premium spirits, imported mixers, specialty garnishes. The undercover agent gained access to the service corridor. He discovered that one of the walk-in cooler units in the sub-basement of Vertex never held food or beverages. It operated on a separate electrical circuit. It ran at a temperature inconsistent with any food storage requirement, and it was sealed with a biometric lock requiring simultaneous thumb and retinal scan clearance. That cooler was the distribution point. Drop a comment right now. Did you know the Sinaloa Cartel is using American nightclubs as fentanyl distribution hubs? Tell me what you think below. Here is how the supply chain worked. Gulf Coast Premium, the delivery company, was also owned through shell corporations by El Maestro. On delivery nights, drivers loaded the sub-basement cooler with fentanyl shipments that had entered the United States through Port Everglades, hidden inside commercial shipments of imported olive oil. DEA laboratory analysis confirmed the method. Fentanyl precursor compounds were dissolved directly into premium-grade olive oil, transported through legal import channels, and then chemically extracted back into pure fentanyl at a cartel-controlled processing facility in Broward County. From the Pacific coast of Mexico, into Port Everglades, into a Broward County chemical lab, into the sub-basement of a Collins Avenue nightclub, into distribution networks running across Miami-Dade, Broward, and Palm Beach counties. Every single step was concealed inside a legitimate business. Every single step was moving through American supply chains that no one had the resources to fully inspect. 22 months. That is how long Agent Reyes and her team built the case before a single door was touched. Federal prosecutors in the Southern District of Florida secured sealed indictments for 89 individuals. They did not want to arrest one manager at one club. They wanted to collapse the entire network in a single morning. At 4 a.m. on March 6, 2026, the order was given: execute Operation Neon, 7 simultaneous raids across Miami-Dade and Broward counties. Every Apex venue, every address tied to the shell corporations, and the Gulf Coast Premium Distribution Warehouse in Broward hit at the exact same moment. No warning, no leaks, total shutdown. What federal agents found inside those 7 locations exceeded every projection in the case file. At Ether, 300 kilograms of fentanyl and $12 million in vacuum-sealed cash recovered from the sub-basement cooler alone. At Vertex, encrypted servers containing the complete financial ledger of Apex Entertainment's cartel accounts, 6 years of transactions. $400 million in laundered proceeds documented in a shadow ledger the executives maintained in parallel with the company's official books. At the Gulf Coast Premium Warehouse in Broward, 1,400 liters of fentanyl-laced olive oil awaiting chemical processing, 2 industrial extraction units, and a secondary cold storage room containing 80 additional kilograms of pressed counterfeit pills packaged for street distribution. Across all 7 Apex locations combined, 412 kilograms of fentanyl, $47 million in cash, 26 unregistered firearms, and 1 encrypted satellite phone that federal analysts say was in direct contact with Sinaloa leadership in Culiacan as recently as 48 hours before the raid. At 4:01 a.m., a separate FBI team reached the luxury waterfront penthouse on Brickell Bay Drive where Marco Esteban Villarreal was sleeping. He was already awake when the door came in. According to the arrest report, he was standing in his kitchen holding a cell phone. He said 3 words when the agents came through: "I want lawyers." El Maestro was indicted on 14 federal counts: narcotics trafficking, money laundering, continuing criminal enterprise, material support for a foreign terrorist organization. Trump's executive order designating the Sinaloa Cartel as a foreign terrorist organization on February 20th, 2025, meant that every transaction Villarreal ran through Apex Entertainment was not just a financial crime, it was terrorism under United States law. The mandatory minimum on the narco-terrorism charge alone is 20 years. The maximum is life. But El Maestro was not the only name on the indictment, and this is the part most Americans will never hear about. Federal investigators discovered that 3 Miami-Dade officials had been on the cartel's payroll for 4 years. A city zoning commissioner had approved the building permits for Ether's sub-basement renovation, the exact construction project that installed the distribution cooler and its dedicated electrical circuit. A code inspector had flagged anomalies in Apex's electrical infrastructure twice. Both times, a single phone call from a senior official closed the report before any follow-up investigation could begin. 3 Miami officials, 4 years of protection, for a fentanyl distribution network operating inside one of the most visited entertainment districts in the United States. Each of the 3 now faces a federal minimum of 15 years for bribery and obstruction of a narco-terrorism operation. By noon on March 6th, 89 suspects were in federal custody across 2 counties. All 7 Apex venues were sealed with federal crime scene tape. The $85 million entertainment empire that had appeared on Florida magazine covers was being cataloged for total asset seizure. Here is exactly where things stand right now. Marco Esteban Villarreal, El Maestro, is in federal detention in Miami awaiting trial on all 14 counts. His legal team filed an emergency motion to dismiss within 48 hours of his arrest. That motion was denied. He has entered no plea. The Sinaloa financial coordinator in Guadalajara, who provided the original seed capital for the Apex operation in 2019, remains at large. The DEA has an active international arrest warrant. The State Department has issued a $1 million reward for information leading directly to his location. The 412 kilograms of fentanyl recovered across all 7 locations is in federal evidence storage pending court authorization for destruction. DEA analysts project that removing this volume of product from Miami's distribution network will create a measurable supply disruption across South Florida, lasting several months. The 3 Miami officials are in federal custody. The zoning commissioner has agreed to cooperate with prosecutors in exchange for a reduced sentence. His cooperation is expected to expose the full scope of cartel influence inside Miami municipal permitting offices going back to 2021. Gulf Coast Premium has been dissolved as a corporate entity. Its 34 drivers, the overwhelming majority of whom had no knowledge of the fentanyl shipments, have been cleared. The Department of Justice has issued certificates of innocence and is actively assisting them in finding new employment. The Broward County Chemical Extraction Facility has been permanently sealed by federal environmental teams. Contamination assessments are ongoing. The facility operated unregistered for 6 years, 3 miles from an elementary school. Operation Neon ended in a single morning. The music stopped. The lights came on. And what was left was not glamour. It was 89 indictments, 412 kilograms of fentanyl, $47 million in cash, and a reminder that the most dangerous operations the Sinaloa Cartel runs inside the United States are the ones that look exactly like legitimate American success. They built a nightlife empire. They put their name on business awards. They appeared on magazine covers. And behind every one of those spotlights, behind every overpriced bottle, behind every velvet rope, the cartel was moving enough fentanyl to kill the entire population of a major American city. The DEA and FBI did not just raid 7 nightclubs, they collapsed a terrorist financial network disguised as entertainment. They pulled 412 kilograms of potential death out of South Florida's distribution chain, and they sent a message to every cartel front business operating under the cover of American success right now. We are watching, we are building the case, and when we move on everything at once. Share this video. Most Americans have no idea the Sinaloa Cartel is running entertainment companies in major U.S. cities right now, laundering hundreds of millions and storing industrial quantities of fentanyl behind walls no one thought to open. El Maestro thought the lights of Miami Beach were cover enough. The DEA just proved they were a spotlight. If you want to know the moment El Maestro faces a federal jury and whether the Guadalajara coordinator is ever brought in, subscribe. We are tracking every development in this case. If this gave you the full picture, you know what to do.